Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up, guys? Masta Styles here, bringing you a new series, and the series is called Fun to Play. It's free to play, but I can't really call it that because I made a purchase. So let me explain to you why I made a purchase. So first up, right, I went back to the beginning of the game, new account, all of that fun stuff, right? And when I came in, I was like, okay, I started a game and I was like playing through the tutorial. I didn't want to put you guys through that because I don't like that. It's telling you, go here, go there, do this, do that. I already know all of that stuff. But for a new player, whether you're getting close to mid game, early game, you just started a game, right? You have to realize something. During this time period, the first 3 to 4 weeks, what you want to be doing is learning the game, understanding how the game works, understanding how the banners work, because even right now, the first banner you'll have is pretty much this one. For me, because I got better understanding of the game, I only pulled 30, right? I pulled 30 tickets because, again, I was trying to see if I would get lucky and get a triple S at the 30 mark. So every 30 you get an elite. So after I got to that point, I stopped. The reason why I stopped, I'll explain to you in a second, because I realized that there was no need for me to continuously push this banner, because once you get to 30, chances are if you didn't get the triple S at 30, you're gonna have to burn through another 30 to get the guaranteed hero here. What I would love them to have done was put this as a selector, right? Where you can pick which hero you want. You're basically force feeding me Leo, but we're not going to talk too much about that. But what I decided to do was, I know that this is going to be a free to play series. Primarily, I'm not going to spend any money on this account. There's no need to, right? What I did was, once the game started, I was like, okay, I went into the login day one, but this is only if you're day one. I would suggest you do this. If you're already progressed through here, this is not really going to be too beneficial, right? The first day I came in, I was like, okay, they gave me 30 shards of Serena, and I was like, I understand that when you make a purchase in the game, you're checking, you get to collect it again, right? If you made a purchase. So I also seen that the recharge hero was Leo. So I was like, okay, what could I do? Or I should say, not what could I do? How much could I spend to acquire Leo and also get that other 30 shards of Serena? So I went through, and as I was looking through, I was like, oh, I could spend $1, right? So I spent $1, and that's how, let's hop into my heroes here. That's how I got Leo and also Serena. So with that being said, the heroes that you want to focus on, because I know this is a question that's going to come up a lot, is what are the heroes you need to pick up in the beginning of the game? Serena is one of them. As you can see, Taylor is also another one of them too. And let's get this guy up here because he just slaps, right? And let's see who else. Senway, right? Senway is also one of those heroes you're going to want to get at the beginning of the game, because he is a summoner and he does some good damage. Once you get him to an EX20, then Shadow starts doing the bounce where his blade or shuriken hits all the other enemies on the battlefield, right? So those are the three. I think there was one more. I can't remember who it is. Maybe Bot Mark or something along the lines like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But primarily, make sure you get those three heroes. And the thing is, right, Serena, you'll get Serena through the daily login, but that takes some time to accumulate her there. Taylor, you get Taylor here in the Wasteland shop after playing through Wasteland mode a couple of times, right? And Senway you get through playing through story, right? As you play through story, you gain a copy of Senway. And if you're struggling with story, then After 7 days, they also give you a copy of Senway there. So either way, you're gonna get Senway, you'll get Taylor. You just have to play through the game. But like I said, during this time period, what you should primarily be doing is making sure you learn how the game works, how the banners works, because don't want to make that mistake that I made. Because originally, when I started around when Nord's banner was available, right? And I passed up on them because I didn't understand the game. And I'll be honest with you. So here we got some summons here, and I'm just gonna do them because why not? Let's see if we get anything good. I'm not gonna do limited summons because I'm waiting for the next banner to come up. Hopefully we get somebody good here. Maybe a Taylor Sandway, and we get Taylor. Can't even make this stuff up, right? Nice, that's perfect. And nothing there with a 20. Nah, I don't like seeing that. I don't. Well, let's see here. And okay, that'll help out with Terradome. Not like I'm really gonna use her and or him. Let's do these basic summons. Think about basic summons, right? Let's do it first, and then I explain something to you. That because right now all I'm doing is just collecting what I need to level up my heroes. Don't really care about him there. And okay, none of those. I'm not using none of them. None of them. But the thing about basic summons, this 2700 here, don't waste your diamonds on that. Just don't, because you'll accumulate these things over time. So slowly play it. Maybe if you need a little bit more to, do an upgrade here and there, that's great for Taylor there. That was probably the best thing out of all of that. So let's actually level him up here. And let's see, we'll take one of these, right? Because we have a whole bunch there, which is great. And we need what now? Another Taylor. Okay. Don't forget to do talents. But make sure you're playing these game modes. Did we get Ravenna? Yep, we got Ravenna, which is perfect, right? Nice. There we go. The reason why I'm happy about getting Ravenna is because, again, I need to make another team because of the new game mode that just opened up, which is Elite Chapter. Elite Chapter, you get your copy of Dan. Obviously, you can grab Senway there too. That's another way. And, of course, some limited tickets, but it's going to take a lot to get to that. Limited tickets there, but working towards getting Dan. That's awesome. Dan is also going to help to propel your account. And, again, if you didn't go that route where you got Leo, your progression is going to be halted a little bit. You could get lucky and pull him there. And, of course, based on the tickets that accumulate, you can actually get Leo. But it's going to take some grind because pushing through these Lost Valley over here in the beginning, let's see where we're at. We're at 6 there. Terradome, it's a little tough because you have to be able to get into the circle. Most of the heroes I'm using is range. Decent caves, because all of my heroes right now, it's pretty much range. This is the team that I'm running right now. I'm going to start working on a second team because a lot of the other game modes, after a while, you need a second team because that's just the way how this game works. So again, let's hop over to Ravenna here and put her in for Valvia, right? So we're gonna strip Valvia, whatever she got going on, bring her down to where she is, find our Ravenna here, and put it all on Ravenna, right? 115. Wow. Literally, we're gonna take everything off. No, I want Valvia stuff. I want everything. We're gonna take everything she got, even though Valvia is a little bit better right now. So best way to do that, instead of going through and taking everything off, just save the name, right? Just the fastest way to do it. So take that, save it, because it'll take too much time to just take off, put on, and this and that. Now we don't have time for that. So we go here, we go back into here, and you need to be using this. This here you need to use. So we'll replace everything, and then there you go. Ravenna now has all the gears. Very simple, very easy. Save you a lot of time creating out your gear sets there. And I now need to put her back into here because she is on all my teams, and I have to re-gear her because she is on most of the teams. So what are we gonna do now? Let's go over to MS Battles. If endless battles happen to be up, I want you to do it. The reason I say you should do it is because you're gonna get these additional resources. That's resources there, and then we'll go into the raffle here. We'll get some Astros, right? Did not. No, that's the wrong one. This is the one I was looking for. 10. We only get 10 coins. Wow. And that's all we need, right? To get these Astros here, right? Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. Can't make this stuff up, right? I was thinking of the other one. And the other thing too is, right? Let me show you something else that happens here. So in this shop here, yes, when you're a newer player, it's a little bit different. Obviously, the players that already have accumulated a lot of these resources, these heroes down here don't mean nothing to them. But to me, as a newer player, it means a lot to me because this is where I got my Vegas. I got 2 copies of him, and I wish I had another 20 here. I could have gotten another copy of him, but till the next iteration of this, then I'll get a copy of Vegas, and not only that, I'm setting myself up to get me a copy of one of these triple S's, so another free triple S coming my way. I just have to wait for the next event. So let's do this final thing here. I kind of want these two. That would be beautiful. If I can get these two right here, that would be the best thing that could happen. Nope. But I'll take that too, right? That's fine. We'll take those. We need all of these beginner resources. So we got 5 Astros, which is fine. That's not anything. That's really a drop in the bucket, right? And we got Ravenna. We're ready to go. Let's go try Elite Chapter, see if we can do anything here. Because we have to build out our team, which is annoying. One other thing you can do is create your teams, right? You can create your teams in here. But we go here, here, and what else? We'll go back to her. We don't need a healer yet. And one more. What else could we take? Artist. I don't like Artist at all. As you can see, I don't like him. I'm not a fan. We'll put that there. So you do get a selector for all the commanders in the game. And the one that I chose was Grace. I like Grace. Let's see. We'll go with this because the other team is lacking, right? They need all the support they can get. So we'll save this one as, delete that, T1. Yep. Because I'm thinking of too short. Okay. T1, 2-1. Okay. Is that enough? Okay. You happy now? Okay. So that's done. Go in. We'll create another team. We'll go with Vegas, Ravenna. Ravenna will be doing the main damage. We'll carry him. We'll do it with you and Omar, right? And then we'll do Grace, because Grace is going to help to take out a lot of them. We'll go with that. And this team here is just a team that needs to win, right? And this is T2. But this is kind of what you want to do. Build out your teams, and the numbers here don't matter. It's just to make it long enough. But you kind of want to build out your team, so it's going to save you a lot of time. Because in this situation, you go in, you literally just deploy, switch here, and hit deploy, and there you go, 2 teams, boom. But the earlier parts of this it's just too easy. They should easily run through this, no problem. And the reason why I put Grace with them is that the summoner drone that comes up, it does a lot of damage, and they need the additional damage. This team here is borderline the main team. Like I said, I'm going to place Ravenna on my main team. But the one place you want to get, I'll get back to that in a second. Let's back out of here. We'll come back to this in a second. But the one aim that you should be aiming for in story is 5-1. That's when you unlock Idle Battle. Let's take her out and put Ravenna in there. Put Taylor there because Taylor will jump back. And that's that. So let's do some Idle Battle. Oh, because I can't Idle Battle that one because I lost. So let's see here. Let's see what Ravenna brings to the table. But like I said, with the combination of Grace, because you need to do a lot of damage and you need as much additional damage as possible, especially when you start getting up into the later parts of story. You're gonna need to do a lot of damage, and not only that, be able to survive. What was that? Did I miss something there? What did I just unlock? What was that? I have no idea what I just unlocked. Was it? No, it's not Summon Arena. Yeah, Hell Arena should have already been there. You need 3 teams. That's nuts. But again, I'll still participate in Hell Arena too. Because you want to know why? Again, it's just more resources. You want to make sure you're participating in all the game modes that are available, especially events. Let's go to Ravenna because I'm not remembering. I need to do this. Do that. And also talents. Make sure you're doing your talents because I tend to forget. You know, I'm the main person to forget that. So let's see here. When it comes to this series, I'm trying to stay away from the whole constant update and telling you what is what. If you want the updates, right? That's kind of what I'm going to do here, is to keep the updates on the Discord, because I want, when I come into the video, it's not me telling you, oh, I'm on this stage, I'm on that stage. That's not really going to help you, right? You need to know how do I progress through what I'm struggling with. That's more so what's going to help you. And let's just go back to this year, and predominantly, like I said, you want to start after you get to a certain point and you got your first team, you're doing well through story. You want to start thinking about how you're going to build out that second team. Like I mentioned, in this situation, this is the second team here. As you can see, they wiped through that because of what? Grace, right? Grace is probably the one that was doing most of the damage there. Yep, Grace, the commander. Grace is the commander that I chose when I had that selector. This commander here is actually okay too, because whenever, especially for bosses, that one there is pretty good. So here, and of course you need to work on your commanders, prototypes, but you have to get to that point. So working on story early game is the key to everything, because that's what helps to unlock all the game modes, all of the things that you need to do, events, all of that. It's all tied into your progression through story. But as you can see, the second team is doing much better, because why? They're doing more damage. They're actually better than the main team, which is funny because look how long it's taking the main team. The second team's already done by this point, but again, start working on that second team. I don't know how far you're in your progression, but for me, I was thinking more about the newer players, the people that are at the point where they don't even know what's going on. You'll be honest, you're not, because it's a lot. It's a long road ahead. For me, I thought my main account was at the end of the road. It's like halfway there now, because they keep adding new levels, and the levels are hard, difficult, all of that. So for you now, we're all the way back here. Don't focus too much on that. Just focusing on learning the game, the heroes, the banners, all of that. Who's good, who's not good, who's even worth your time. How much did we accumulate? Only 100. We got a long way to go. We need that 450 for that Senway. So that's kind of my aim there. What else do we have going on? For events, nothing really. Can't touch none of these stuff. We need to do a clear a rip fissure. Oh, you gotta do that. Ugh. Yeah, we gotta do it. Now I think I see what was going on. Was it this one? Maybe. Fallen for what just opened up? Something opened up. I still can't tell what it is. I'm not doing that on screen. I'm just not. I just don't want to, right? So I have to do that there to acquire this 600 gems, and then there's 4 there. But again, tomorrow there'll be a new banner coming up, which is great. I think it has Daniel in it. If they have Anpu, I'm picking them up, right? So there are a couple of heroes you want to get your hands on. Actually, the best way to show that is going into here. And I'll show you a couple of heroes you want to get your hands on, right? Early game. He's not in here. He's Atlas. Where is my guy? This guy here. Yes. You want to pick him up. Start building him out. Get your hands on Anpu, right? You need to. It is the slow grind, but I have him maxed on my main account. And of course, there's the awakening process, which is a whole nother animal within its whole self. And it takes a lot of resources to accumulate that. Another person that I would say you would want to get now is, actually, he's not even here, is he? Taryn. Another person you want to get your hands on is Dominic. Dominic is one of the main assassins, but again, he's not as strong as he used to be. And eventually he's gonna get awakened. When he gets awakened, wow, he's going to be back to the top, just like that. So Dominic, but it takes you some time to get to Dominic. And I was thinking about, in terms of the game itself, getting free triple S heroes, there really isn't as much as you think there would be. So we just opened up El Arena shop, and Valentis is in here. SPs, don't even think about those things right now. Don't bother wasting time thinking about that. There's also here where you can get Res. You'll slowly build them out. Thing is, you need to get them to Immortal 5 and then start focusing on his Soul Crystal, which is a whole other thing in itself. In here, who else they have? Nothing else here. Outfit shop, don't really care. That stuff. Alternate world shop here. This is where you acquire your awakened heroes. Not only getting a copy, you have to build them out. So I feel like what they should do in here, just an idea, start putting like maybe a half of the awakened heroes. We could start with just the first 3, right? And put their shards down here. Half, because again, it would take you, 10 days to accumulate that. You're not going to accumulate those coins in 10 days anyways. But at the same time, I feel like if you give me the option where I can pick up their shards here, right? Because even here, this is not bad. Would I grab Taylor here? Most likely, because for me, at the beginning of the game, I'm not going to get to any of those awakened heroes there just quite yet, because you need to get them to Mythic 1, unlock the first part of the awakened tree. But in here, I'm looking at Senway, and I'm also looking at Taylor, which for me would help me right now, of course. Falvia is in here, but again, pushing this here, well, we're not gonna make rankings unless you're spending money. But pushing this here, doing the summons, all of that definitely will help you out to get to Ravenna. You should be able to get to Ravenna in the 3 days. I'm telling you, this part here is the key. Story is huge. So the better you do in story, the more you'll progress. And I'm telling you, if you're a new player that I know want to be free to play, but at the same time, there's nobody that's going to be looking at your account and say, oh no, you're not free to play. If you spend that $1, I'm not recommending spending. I'm not telling you not to spend. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. But what I'm saying is that if I was starting over, which is what I did, I made that purchase. And that purchase definitely helped to progress my account. That's all I'm going to say about that. You could have gone the other route of doing the summons, which I still would have ended up getting Leo. But it would have taken me a lot more of a grind. So that's how the game works. There's 2 paths. Actually, there's a third. We're not going to talk about that. You can spend, or you can be free to play, right? Pay to win or free to play. Those are your 2 options. But again, I like the game. I like being back here because, it's a struggle and going through the process again. And I appreciate it because, again, I already know what's to come. And I have the understanding, and that's why I want to express that you need to continuously keep on learning, right? Go on YouTube, watch content, and understand how the game works, because you don't want to miss out on a good hero, because you never know when they're going to come back. So again, there are heroes that come back, but the only reason I say that is because of Nord and, of course, the other heroes here. That these heroes over here, we don't know if they're ever going to come back, right? Of course, she's one of the better heroes in the game, and we have no idea if you're ever going to see her banner. But again, I feel like they don't need to drop a banner. They could put her in a store or something along the lines like that. But again, the way out of the game is they're trying to monetize whatever they do. So I can't be mad at them, because again, if it was my game, I'm doing the same thing. So be honest there. Be honest with yourself. If it was your game, they're trying to figure out how you can monetize everything that you do. But that's neither here nor there. And the way that I'm looking at all of this is, now let's go back to the heroes here, is how do I go to the next part of my progression, right? because again, I want you guys to talk me through all of this, right? I know what I'm doing, I do, but again, for me to better help you, you have to tell me what are you struggling with, and that's the best way that I can help you. That's why I created a whole new account. Give me a second here. I also have another account that I haven't been using. This one is more progressed, right? This is my other free to play account, and this one is way more progressed in terms of me playing. This was the one that I was playing with no money spent, right? And as you can see, we have all of the potential heroes you can think of. Most of them are 120, because again, let's take a look at my bag here and see what we got going on. Have some decent resources over here, limited tickets, all of that fun stuff. But again, so if it's the other one is way too new, I also have this one here as an option to go through the progression in terms of the struggle. So not really mid, this is more early game, because before this would have been a mid game account. Now this is still early game, because again, just to look at the progression here, where am I in this one? 20. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. 20, even though it's 35, right? Right. Where am I over here? 9. I'm not even at 10 yet. So again, as you can see, we're not buying none of that. Nice try though. Appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna deny that. Right? 5. Like, come on now. So again, I missed out on a lot of heroes. I did. Oh, but I do have this magic selector here where I can get one of pretty much everyone, right? Oh, Lemma's added to it now. Really? Lemma was never there to begin with. Huh. Interesting. So Lemma's there. So if I missed a hero, which is this was based on the returned players. So they gave me one of these for free, basically coming back. But if I miss any of the other heroes, I can wait, which is cool. And then if you can get your hands on one of these, this is one way to get Nord. I wish they would have put Purin and all those other heroes in here. That's what they should have did. Having this like the master one, but that's that there. Again, if the newer account is too new for you, I have another account here which is free to play. That's more getting closer to mid game. So again, we have options here. So again, if you want that help, let me know down in the comments. 2, 3. I think I have another account, but I don't really play that one. But this is my other free to play account that I just never really touched, to be honest. Because if you made it this far into the video, comment down below fun to play. New series that I'm trying to do here on the channel, and I'll primarily bring out the episodes when there's not really much going on in the game to talk about. Yes, I could talk about Holy Land contract and all of that, but at the same time, when you can see the contracts and you know the heroes, what different teams can you use, maybe that's one thing there. But then again, there isn't much to say there. And if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button for updates, guys, tips, walkthroughs, and now the fun to play series. And for those that are rocking with me, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to comment down below what you're struggling with, how I can help you. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.